Welcome back to another edition of Coffee Time with TD. Move over, Rova, and let TD take over. Be good or be good at it. God is great always and always. So, I've got to air another grievance. When President Donald Trump, Billy Big Bollocks, and the rest of his administration go on with making America great again, I'm going to start with something very simple. A cerveza. I love cerveza. I have several cervezas a day. Now, do you know how much this cerveza, this beer, cost me today? And now, granted, I've probably had 6 or 7 of them, but I'm feeling pretty fucking good right now. €1. €1. I actually tip the bartender more than the beer costs. Now, granted, he loves me. I never have to wait in line, which, admittedly is kind of the reason why I do it, because I'm not a person who likes waiting in line, and I don't give a shit what it is. I have never been a man who waits in line, and I'm not going to start now waiting for a cerveza. But my point is, let's start by making great again with people being able to afford beer, food, the necessities in life, groceries, healthcare, insurance, car insurance, every single thing that people need to live every day. That's my grievance. Because I come over here and I have a €1 beer. It's cold and it's delicious. Muy delicioso. Sometimes I'll buy 3 or 4 of them at a time. Sometimes I'll buy out every person in the bar a beer. You know what? Probably cost me $50 to make everybody happy. Everybody in the bar gets a free cerveza. Fuck it, and I'll even buy them some tapas, right? So I've spent $60 to make people happy, right? And this is the one thing I don't understand about Americans that are so very different from the rest of the world, is they're okay with getting fucked. They're okay with big corporations in America fucking them every day. Screwing them. Health insurance, groceries. You know that the number one concern, the number one thing people in America are stressed about are grocery prices. Something as simple as being able to eat. Grocery prices. President Donald Trump, his administration, have done absolutely sweet fuck all about grocery prices. People still can't afford to live, the cost of living, the cost of life. They can't afford anything. The overwhelming majority of Americans are hurting. Now, granted, MAGA doesn't care about that. MAGA will be homeless, living on the street, begging for food, and they're still going to say President Donald Trump is their Jesus and they would die for him. I'm talking about people who have some common sense, right? They've done nothing. They've done nothing to help people in their everyday lives. Something as simple as having a nice, cold, refreshing cerveza. €1. €1. I'll have some paella. That'll be 3 or 4 euros. I'll have some tapas. That'll be 3 or 4 euros. In an entire day, I probably will have had 8, 9, 10 beers, some sangria, some tapas, paella. Maybe I spent $20, 18, 19. But Americans are eager and so willing to get fucked by American corporations and big business, and I'll never understand it. Because there's no other country in the world on earth that would tolerate that. But Americans do. and I'll never understand it. And President Donald Trump, his administration, they've done absolutely sweet fuck all to help you have a better life every single day. That is my grievance for the day. I will see you tomorrow, probably with another cerveza. Love you.